Today we're in the midst of an all-out assault on human dignity of immigrants. Yes, at the border, but also in the courtroom, in the classroom, and on the factory floor. This issue is personal to me as it is to many of you, and it should be personal to all of us. You know, back in May 31st, 1844, my great-great-grandfather, Owen Finnegan, boarded what they used to call coffin ships. He was a shoemaker. He boarded a ship called the Brothers. At around the same time, another shoemaker named Joseph Kearney from Moneygall sailed aboard the Caroline Reed, arriving in America just 5 weeks before my great-great-grandfather. His great-great-grandson is Barack Obama. It's doubtful these two met in Ireland or after, but one thing we know for sure is that they both left everything behind for an uncertain future. And in all of their dreams, do you think they ever thought the day would come 160 years later, the two great-grandsons of shoemakers from Ireland would be sworn in as President and Vice President of the United States of America? Folks, that's the promise of America. Many of our ancestors were once strangers as well. And for centuries, our tradition of welcoming immigrants from around the world has given us tremendous advantage. We've gotten the best of every nation because they have courage, determination. They came on their own. For centuries, our immigrants have been the secret ingredient to our economic might and dynamism. From the father of modern-day physics to the co-founder of Google. But that tradition is under attack. When immigrants succeed, we all succeed. America succeeds. And we need to protect that promise and preserve that chance. That said, it's no secret that our immigration system is broken, and for years, there's been a heated debate waged about how to fix it. I know how hard this challenge is. As Vice President, I was charged with leading our response in 2014 when we saw a similar surge of unaccompanied minors at our border. We do need to control our border. Every country needs to control their border. But that does not require ripping infants and children from the arms of their parents. It doesn't mean putting them in cages. It makes a lie of who we are in front of the whole world. That's not what they think of us. We can't toss away our values and our principles and our humanity. This administration has to stop using immigration as a political tool to divide us into us and them, convincing Americans that whatever trouble they may have, it's because of the other, the outsider, the immigrant. That's what this abrupt policy change in the southern border was all about. And it didn't make us safer. As a matter of fact, the heartbreaking chaos and pain for the whole world to see made us weaker in the eyes of the world. Breaking apart families isn't the answer. Border walls aren't the answer. There's a real key to solving the problem. We have to address the root causes of migration that push people to leave behind everything they know and everything they love to undertake a dangerous journey for the chance at a better life. That's why I led an intensive effort during the Obama-Biden administration to engage directly with the governments where people were migrating from, the Northern Triangle, countries in Central America, to help undertake an ambitious series of reforms so those countries would clean up their police forces, increase tax collection so they could grow their economies, fight corruption, go after criminal groups responsible for smuggling drugs and people, and sending greater economic opportunity to all the people in Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras, so that people can imagine a better life for themselves in their own countries. This effort received overwhelming bipartisan support from the leaders in the Senate and the House, Democrats and Republicans, providing millions of dollars to these three countries to keep their commitment to do the specific things that make their communities safer, more prosperous, and fight corruption. So we have to continue this bipartisan policy. It's the best long-term answer. We need to invest more, not less, in the tools to get the job done. I'm so proud of the American people. And I pray they continue to stand up, show up, and speak out when they see the wrongs occurring at our border. No one, not even the president, can change who we are as Americans and what we stand for, our core values, if we continue to stand united and unleash all the power that's in our hands. We must remind this administration of the core values that beat in the heart and the chest of every American. We've got to send the clearest possible signal to the rest of the world that America still represents the best of humanity. As Ronald Reagan said, the shining city on the hill, not the worst.